What is good? It is your boy Pablo Gray, and we are back with another reaction video. Today we got a clip from CNN, and the title of the clip is Trump Takes Aim at China Over Hong Kong. Before we get into the video, I want to say if you like what I'm doing here, like, comment, subscribe, share, help me beat the algorithm, because, you know, fuck Susan. You should know who that is. If you don't, find out. Anyway, I don't know exactly what this is going to be about, but if I had to make an assumption before I play this video, I know Hong Kong is a separate entity of China, and I know China, the mainland, has been, I think Hong Kong's, their lease was up from London, from England, and basically the mainland, I believe, is taken over now. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that shit, but let's see what has to be said about it.
President Trump is taking aim at China, announcing new sanctions on businesses and individuals who help Beijing restrict Hong Kong's autonomy. And that's not all. Hong Kong will no longer enjoy its special trade status with the US. The US president ended that with a stroke of a pen Tuesday.
Today I also signed an executive order ending U.S. preferential treatment for Hong Kong. Hong Kong will now be treated the same as mainland China. No special privileges, no special economic treatment, and no export of sensitive
All right, let me pause that. Well, hold up.
technologies.
All right, so from that point, from what I understand is Trump is going to be treating Hong Kong just like China. And like I previously said, if my assumption is right, where the mainland of China has basically consumed Hong Kong again, or is somehow within the inside of Hong Kong is going to, with, you know what I'm saying, from the inside out, take over. Meaning, you know, work covertly as being Hong Kong and using Hong Kong's previous connections because it was a democratic state, and it moved differently from China. And because it moved differently, it built different type of connections, such as the United States and lots of European nations, and not to mention American nations, whether it be North or South or Central America. In Africa, those relationships built with Hong Kong when Hong Kong was someone to be dealt with. Like, you didn't have a problem, you know, working with them. But now, with the takeover, you can't trust that. They could be doing the same thing they did here in the United States, where they have their people working in Hong Kong and undercover, you wouldn't know. And now they got the same secrets, trade secrets, and they secretly doing business with you and you have no fucking idea. Smart move.
And CNN's Christy Stout joins me now from Hong Kong. Christy, after President Trump took aim at China with sanctions and then removing Hong Kong's preferential trade treatment, how's Beijing responding?
Beijing is responding strongly. It is bound to retaliate. In fact, we heard through a statement from China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs that it plans to take necessary measures and impose sanctions on relevant U.S. personnel and entities after U.S. President Donald Trump did what he was expected to do, sign the Hong Kong Autonomy Act into law, effectively ending Hong Kong's special trade status, allowing the United States to treat Hong Kong like any other Chinese city, to treat it like mainland China in regards to commerce and trade. So what will it mean in practical terms for Hong Kong? Well, it would jeopardize tens of billions of dollars worth of trade between Hong Kong and the United States. We spoke to an economist earlier this morning who told us that it would shave 10% off of Hong Kong's exports. It would also create major uncertainties for the 1,300 American companies who operate here in the territory.
Let me pause that right there. From what it sounds like, the only people that's really going to be hurting is the people of Hong Kong and the motherfuckers who send all of their business over there. And let me tell you what the problem is. Us as a people, we done got so used to doing business with China. And when I say that, we get so used to how quickly they manufacture our cheaply made goods, right? And we're so used to that output because we want things now, and things are so disposable. Because they're made so cheap, they're so disposable, and you keep buying it. So you're used to that type of shit. But now what's going to happen is, because of this, it's going to force companies in Hong Kong who were fucking working in mainland China, but now they took it just to Hong Kong. Like a lot of fucking places right now. A lot of fucking companies have a headquarters in Hong Kong right now. But this is going to force these American companies to find work elsewhere. Either you bring it back home or you gotta go find some other place to go fucking have your goods made. It is what it is. You could bring them shits here and make some jobs for people. That would be fucking nice. help build our own country. And she said Beijing responded, Beijing being the capital, responded by, saying they're going to react strongly and make tariffs on U.S., like, whatever. People who do business in China from the U.S., they're gonna have a hard time in China. Put it like that. That's the best way to put it into words without me trying to sound illiterate. So with that being said, it's like, is that really what you want to do, China? Because we know you still using TikTok. We know you still got business with Google. Shit, not to mention the NBA. Like, is that really what's gonna happen? But we're gonna see how this plays out. Let's continue.
Law firms in the United States, as well as accounting firms. It would also dissuade many individuals and companies all around the world from investing here. Now, we spoke earlier to a professor of business at the Chinese University of Hong Kong about the greater economic fallout for Hong Kong as a result of this Autonomy Act. This is what Simon Lee had to say.
If Hong Kong lost its privilege as a special economy under the US law, and then we see that there's no big difference between Hong Kong and other major cities in mainland China, such as Shanghai and Beijing, then foreign companies must think is whether they need to maintain the existing scale of operation in Hong Kong. They may downsize to scale and some employment opportunity will lost.
Simon Lee, they're saying that the signing of this Hong Kong Autonomy Act into law will hurt Hong Kong's bottom line, employment prospects here, business confidence. Analysts are also saying that it's a self-defeating move for the United States because ever since the pact was signed between the United States and Hong Kong to have this special trade status that started back in 1992, the United States has been benefiting from the favorable and friendly business conditions here. In fact, it was just last year when these numbers were posted, Hong Kong was in fact the source of the largest U.S. goods trade surplus worth some $26.1 billion gross.
And basically what she's trying to tell you is, we've been doing so good with Hong Kong, probably the best. Why would we do such a thing? Because when something is fucking up, you gotta let that shit go. Doesn't matter how good it's really been doing. You gotta get rid of it. It is what it is.
Mr. Lister, many thanks. Joining us live in Hong Kong. Appreciate it. Well, a diplomatic win for the Trump administration with the UK banning Chinese tech giant Huawei from having access to its high-speed wireless network. Britain had said in January that Huawei equipment could be...
This shit ain't got nothing to do with none of this, but kinda. And let me tell you why this is important. It's because Huawei, Trump, if you remember, Trump put the ban on Huawei last year. And people think this is the retaliation, that COVID is the retaliation because of that. That could be true, could be partially true, could be false. But it seems reasonable. And basically what was happening was China was using their 5G technology to spy and perform espionage through their 5G technology and their technological companies such as Huawei. And Huawei happened to be, if I'm not mistaken, they were bigger than Apple. They were the #1 technology brand in the world. And they were using that to perform espionage on all types of countries, including the United States. And that's why the ban went on it. And it seems like UK follows suit because they're probably getting spied on too, because they're best friends with the United States, the company, of course. But I'm going to leave this there. I'm not going to keep going with this video. But yeah, so that's basically it. You like what I'm doing here, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Help me beat the algorithm. Fuck Susan. Eat a dick. Have a good one.